Welcome everybody back into North Lakewood Park for the second game of our doubleheader today. This one between the Tarboro River Bandits and the Greenbrier Knights. The Knights picked up their first win of the season last night in Edenton, beating the Steamers 8-2. River Bandits stand at 1-0 in the standings. And for tonight's starting pitcher for the Knights, it's Kellen Davis. And first pitch from Davis has James Moses, who's leading off, shows bunt, is outside for ball one. Davis stands on the mound at 6 foot, 190 pounds, as that pitch is up and away for ball two. Davis is a redshirt freshman out of ODU here in Virginia. And there's a good pitch for a strike. 2-1. The batter, Moses, a junior out of Towson. And that pitch is just outside. 3-1 the count here. Here's the 3-1 on its way to Moses. Shows bunt again, and it's outside, ball four. And the leadoff man is off here in the first for the River Bandits. And it brings up the shortstop tonight for the River Bandits, Rafael Garcia. Garcia takes the first pitch. That caught the corner of the plate. Strike one. Garcia, middle infielder out of Mineral Area College. And that's ripped but foul down the first baseline. One ball, two strikes here on the two-hole hitter, Garcia. Nobody out here in the top of the first. The 1-2 is fouled away. And we'll do it again. And Davis checks on the runner. Moses over at first. Nobody out. Top of the first. And Garcia gets called on strikes. Letter high strike. Gets Garcia looking, and that's the first out of the night here for Kellen Davis. And it brings up the third baseman, Liam McFadden-Ackman. Ackman sees the first pitch up for ball one. And Davis checks on Moses again. McFadden-Ackman out of Northern Kentucky. And now a back pick on Moses is off line. Corbin McLeod is your starting catcher tonight for the Knights. And there's another strike. Two balls, one strike here on McFadden Ackman. As the runner faked the steal.
Work down.
And Liam Lyons went to short. And that's past. Melnick for a base hit. And the first two runners, and there are two runners aboard here for the River Bandits. Runners on second, one out here in the top of the first. Brings up Tyler Dunn. And his first pitch that he sees is past the first baseman, Bowen. One run will score. And in to bring the ball in is Herman and Wright. Bowen just didn't get down on the ball. That should have at least been one out, maybe even two. But it gets by him, and it costs Davis a run. One out, runners on the corners in the top of the first for the River Bandits, who already have a 1-0 lead here in the first. And the first pitch to Harrison Johnson is going to be a 6-4-3 double play. So that ends the inning. But the River Bandits tack on a run from an RBI single from Tyler Dunn. We'll head to the middle of the first. Starting tonight for the River Bandits is Chase Taylor. And his first pitch is up and away for ball one to Max Lucas. Taylor from Central Missouri, and there's his first strike of the night, 1-1. Lucas leading off and playing second tonight. And there's a ball that's up and away. Two balls, one strike here on Lucas. And there's a good pitch for a strike, 2-2. A 2-2 breaking ball just outside. Full count here to Lucas.
Hey!
And he's called out on strikes. Did not agree with the home plate umpire's call there. Was already headed towards first. He thought that was ball 4. And it brings up the 2 spot and the starting center fielder tonight for the Knights. Quincy Sapio takes the first pitch up for ball 1. (1-0). Nearly hit Sapio. And it's 2-0. And Sapio pops one up towards third base. And the catch is made by the third baseman, Liam McFadden Ackman, just over by the fence. And there are 2 down here. And it brings up the left fielder, Luke Waters. First pitch he sees is a good pitch there from Taylor, 0-1. The 0-1, that hits him. So Taylor nearly hits Sapio, and now he does hit Waters. And there's the first base runner of the night for the Knights. And it brings up Dylan Bowen. Bowen starting at first base tonight. And the first pitch he sees is outside for ball 1. Tarboro leads Greenbrier right now 1-0. In the bottom of the first here, 2 outs, 1 on. The 1-0 as Bowen breaks his bat, but he'll get a base hit out of it. So there's the first hit of the night for Greenbrier. It did cost Dylan Bowen his bat, though. And we'll see what the Knights can do with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And it brings up Warren Bailey. First pitch to Bailey is in the dirt. And Waters is third. Bowen didn't take second. Didn't get a good read on the ball. So now runners on the corners for Warren Bailey. The 1-0. And that pitch is just inside. 2-0 now to Bailey. And there's a fastball for a strike. And Bailey swings at a pitch in the dirt. And now Bowen's going to try and take second. And he's out. Ball did not get far away from Blake Reed. And at the end of 1, it's the River Bandits 1 and the Knights nothing. Top of the second, Lakewood Park. Davis out there for his second inning of work, and his first pitch is low for ball 1. Hunter McLean starting in right tonight. He's up at the dish. And another pitch in the dirt. 2-0. And the 2-0 is fouled away out of play. Two 1 from Davis. And there's a knee-high strike, 2-2. And he gets McLean on strikes. Throw over to first, a bit high. But Bowen stays on the bag, and there's 1 out. Second strikeout of the night here for Kellen Davis. Davis stands on the mound at 6 foot 190 at an ODU. Zeke Hilton, the batter, takes first pitch, fastball for a strike, 0-1. And that pitch is low and away, 1-1. Hilton, a sophomore out of Coppin State. And there's a strike. 0-2 quickly on Hilton is Davis. 1-2. And that pitch is outside. A good spot there from Davis. 1 out here in the top of the second. And Hilton just held a swing back. And the count is now full. 3-2, and we'll do it again. Hilton just got a piece of that one. And that one is chopped foul. McLeod, hope if it would roll back into fair territory. Hilton never ran out of the box. So we'll do the 3-2 one more time. The 3-2 from Davis. Struck him out. Davis went around on the Hilton rather went around on the half swing. And there's a second strikeout of the inning. Brings up the catcher for Tarboro. And there's a ball in the dirt to Blake Reed out of the University of Ohio. One 0 from Davis. It's grounded over towards short. And Melnick is there, and the side is retired. So the River Bandits go down 1-2-3. We'll head to the bottom of the second with the River Bandits up 1-0. Bottom of the second here in Norfolk. Warren Bailey, he's back up at the plate again. There's a pitch inside, 1-0. Bailey was up at the plate when Bowman got thrown out trying to advance to second base in the bottom half of the first. And that ball hit him. The second hit batter.
Check that ball.
from Taylor.
To the wall.
And it puts Bailey on as the leadoff here in the bottom of the second. Now it's the third baseman tonight, Andrea Daltrey. And Daltrey takes that first pitch just outside, ball one. One 0 from Taylor. And lifts that one to right. Done in foul territory. Can't get there, though. One ball, one strike here on Daltrey. And he lifts that one foul. That one will go out of play. No shot there for Dunn. Two strikes here on Daltrey. The 1-2 from Taylor. Ball just outside. And that pitch is in the dirt. Gets stopped there by the catcher, Reed, to hold Bailey at first base. But now the count is full. The 3-2 from Taylor. And it's fouled off, and Daltrey lives to fight again. Bailey was not in motion over there at first. Nobody out in the inning. And we'll do the full count again. Now Bailey goes, and it's ball 4. So a hit by pitch and a walk. And the first two batters are on here for the Knights in the bottom of the second. And it brings up Grant Melnick, making his debut this season in the PCL. And Melnick swings to the high fastball, 0-1. Melnick out of Longwood University, with his brother Andrew, who also attends there. Brother Andrew played here in Tidewater Summer League back in 2020. He's a pitcher. And he fouls that one back. One ball, two strikes here on Melnick. And he fouled it off his foot. Melnick played in 36 games this season at Longwood in his freshman season, as the umpire goes out to buy Melnick some time after he fouled it off of his foot. Started in 10 of those 36 games. Umpire buying a lot of time here from Melnick. We're ready to play now. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Or 1 ball, 2 strikes rather. And Melnick pops that one up. Second baseman is under. That's Hilton who makes the catch. 1 away here in the second. It brings up tonight's starting right fielder, Blake Herman. Herman out of Evansville. And he hits that one towards center. In comes Moses. He can't make the catch, and then he ran through the ball. Runners only advance 1 base, as Bailey did not get the best read. And now the base is loaded, 1 down here for the 9-hitter and catcher, Corbin McLeod. And Corbin takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Bailey on third, Daltrey's on second, Herman on first. And that pitch is in the dirt. One ball, 1 strike here on McLeod, 1 down. With Max Lucas on deck. And that pitch is thrown away, but Bailey did not take off. The 2-1 from Taylor. That's low in the dirt. That gets by Reed, and again, Bailey held up at third. Three 3-1 the count on McLeod. 1-0 game here in the bottom of the second. The Knights trail the River Bandits. The 3-1 is grounded to third, coming home with it, and he is out at the plate. Good decision there by McFadden Ackman. And he gets Bailey out at the plate. Everyone else advances 1 bag. McLeod is out on first. And now there's 2 down in the inning. A big spot here for Max Lucas, who struck out looking in his last at-bat on what seems to be a questionable call, one that he certainly did not agree with. And Lucas swings at the first pitch. That's a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes Melnick. He's going to score without a throw. It's a 2 RBI single for Max Lucas. And the Knights take the lead 2-1. Lucas did not leave that decision up for the umpire. He swung at the first pitch and knocked in 2 runs. Still 2 out here in the second. And it's Quincy Sapio who had a foul ball over to the third baseman in his first at-bat. And as he ducks his head and takes ball 1. And Sapio takes that ball inside, and it's 2-0. Luke Waters on deck, and time is going to be called. So we'll have a mound visit here. So 2 down here. Quincy Sapio up at the plate with 2 runners on. And the second shortstop, rather, wanted to throw over, but it's a strike thrown from Taylor, 2-1. And there's a base hit. That'll go to the gap. And 1 run will score. Lucas goes to third. Play at third. He is safe. McFadden and Ackman drop the ball. Sapio's in at second. It's an RBI for Quincy Sapio. And it's 3-1 Knights. Scored a double there for Sapio. And an RBI. And that ball is in the dirt. Lucas thought about going, but it was right in front of Reed. And that pitch is up and in, ball. Another inside pitch. 3-0 here to Waters. Delivery on its way, and it's up ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Bowen singled in the last inning, and he takes that pitch high for a ball, 1-0. And then got thrown out trying to take second. And that pitch is in the dirt. Good stop, though, from Reed. Two balls, no strikes here on Bowen. With Warren Bailey looming on deck. And that pitch is nubbed towards second base. Hitland is there, and that'll end the inning. But 3 runs come to score as the Knights take the lead at the end of 2. The Knights lead 3-1. Top of the third here in Norfolk. And first pitch from Davis is 1-0. Dane Hogard at the dish. And 2-0. Hogard takes that pitch just low. 3 balls, no strikes here. And there's an inside strike for the first one of the at-bat. 3-1 now. And that just caught the outside corner. Hogard was ready to make his way towards first. Pitch looked a bit outside. Full count now. And there's ball 4. So Hogard gets on base with a leadoff walk to start the third. And back to the top of the order for Tarboro. And Moses shows bunt. Back pickup first. And getting there back safely is Hogard. That pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. No one out here in the top of the third. And there's a good pitch right there. And it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 from Davis. Fouled away. And Davis checks over on first at Haggard. And that pitch is outside. 2-2 to Moses. And he hits that one towards left. Waters is there. He makes the catch. And back to first goes Hoggard. One down here in the third. And it brings up the shortstop, Rafael Garcia. Garcia swings at the first pitch and popped it up. Bowen is under it, and there are 2 away. Knights lead 3-1 here, top of the third. 2 down with Hoggard at first. And the first pitch to McFadden Ackman is inside, ball 1. One zero, called strike, 1-1. And there's a good spot there from Kyle Davis. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner going, hit up the middle. Melnick is there, throw to first, and the side is retired. So a base runner left on for the River Bandits, going to the bottom of the third with the Knights up 3-1. Lakewood Park. Warren Bailey gets us started here in the bottom of the third. He led us off last inning. And first pitch is grounded up past the diving shortstop for a base hit. That was Garcia, who made a good effort, but just out of the reach. And yet again, Warren Bailey gets the Knights started, this time with the leadoff single. Now the batter's Andrea Daltrey. Nobody out here. And that first pitch is yanked but foul. And that pitch is up. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Daltrey. The 1-1. That pitch is low and in the dirt. Good block there from Reed. to prevent Bailey from possibly maneuvering over to second. The 2-1 from Taylor. That's lifted and fouled off. Daltrey hits that one to third. McFadden Ackman boots it. And there's going to be no play. A hard hit ball there from Andrea Daltrey. And the first two runners are on yet again for the Knights. Daltrey going to be awarded with a single there for that hard hit ball. And it brings up Grant Melnick. Again, his first as he shows bunt and gets a beautiful bunt down the right side. And then Taylor stumbles with the ball and everybody's safe. It was a beautiful bunt. And then Taylor had trouble picking it up. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out. So that's the end of the line for Chase Taylor. 2 innings, 3 runs, and 3 are out there under his belt. And Porter Brady comes into relief. The bases loaded, nobody out. First pitch to Herman, swung on and missed. Brady will be attending Maryland Eastern Shore in the spring. Just graduated high school. And there's another swing and a miss from Herman, and it's 0-2. Oh, 2 from Brady. Struck him out. Big strikeout there from Porter Brady. And there's one down in the inning. And brings up the catcher, Corbin McLeod. McLeod came up with the bases loaded in his first at-bat last inning. As he nubs that one foul. Hit it over to the third baseman who came home with it, so just ended up making an out. Still having the bases loaded on the fielder's choice. Trying to do some damage here, maybe break the game open. Knights lead 3-1 over Tarboro. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2 here on McLeod. The 0-2 from Brady. And that's hit towards center. That's a base hit. One run will score. That's all, though. Everyone else was held up. But it's an RBI single for Corbin McLeod. And everyone else moves up one base. And now it brings up Lucas again. He had the first RBIs of the night for Greenbrier with an RBI single. That occurred on the first pitch of the AB. See what he does here. Takes a strike, 0-1. And Lucas hits that one to right or to second. Hilton is there. And now there's 2 away. Four to 1 Greenbrier. And it's Cepillo up at the dish, trying to do some damage here. Cepillo's take that pitch low, 1-0. One zero is fouled off. Big swing and a miss there, 1-2. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Greenbrier leads 4-1. The 1-2 from Brady. Low. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he hits that one towards center. That's going to fall. Base hit. 1 run is in. Play at third. And it's dropped by McFadden Ackman. 2-run score. It's another RBI double for Jordan Cepillo. Another RBI double there for Quincy Cepillo. That one brought in 2. As Daltrey and Melnick came in to score. First pitch to Waters called a strike, 0-1. That's outside, 1-1. 2 runners in scoring position here for Waters. It's 6-1 Greenbrier. In the bottom of the 3rd. That pitch is low. Good layoff there from Waters. 2-1 the count. And that ball is in the dirt. McLeod tried to come home, but good idea to stay put, as Reed was able to cover it up just enough. 3-1 now, though, on Waters. With Bowen looming on deck. Runners on second and third. That'll bring in 2 more runs. And it's an RBI double for Luke Waters. Back-to-back 2 RBI doubles for the Knights. And it is now 8-1. All these runs coming with 2 outs in the inning. There's a pitch that's called a ball, 1-0.
Yes.
1-0 to Bowen. That's outside, 2-0. The 2-0 from Brady. There's a strike. That's fouled straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Bowen. That's in the dirt. A good leave there. And the count is full. The 3-2 from Brady to Bowen. Swung and a miss, strike 3, but not before the Knights bat around again and 5 runs come in to score. At the end of 3, the Knights lead Tarboro 8-1. Kellen Davis back out there for his third inning of work. 4, 5, and 6 hitters here in the fourth for the River Bandits. And it's Tyler Dunn who fouls the first pitch off, 0-1. Dunn, a freshman out of Bucknell. And he loops one into left. That's going to fall, a base hit. It's going to be a play at second. But Dunn will hold up at first. Oh, tried to get him at first, and good backup there from Corbin McLeod, who just stopped Dunn from possibly getting to second. And that's why you always back up the play if you're a catcher. And it just stopped Dunn from getting to second. Now it's Harrison Johnson. The designated hitter takes a called strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 to Johnson. And he flies it out to center. Cepillo is there. And there's one down. And there is McLeod again, just backing up first in case. You never know. One down here in the fourth. 8-1 Greenbrier. And McLean takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Big swing and a miss there from McLean. 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch is up. And if you've noticed tonight, the lineups only consist of what is the normal 9 batters, as Davis checks in on first. In games that are played at between Norfolk, Suffolk, Greenbrier, and Virginia Beach, they can use more than the 9 batters, as McLeod sends one into center, a base hit, and then Cepillo boots it away. But it won't cost them anything, so it's a single for Hunter McLean. And there's runners on first and second with 1 out here in the fourth. And here's the second baseman, Zeke Hilton. Hilton drives the first pitch to left. Back goes Cepillo. He won't get there. 1 run will score. And a play at the plate, and he is out. The relay throw from Melnick. Guns down McLean at the plate. Score. Hilton got to third. There's a good breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. And there's a pitch that's outside and low, ball one. Blake Reed, the catcher, at the dish. And Reed lines a base hit. There's another run for Tarboro. And it's 8-3 now. Still 2 out here in the inning for Davis. And it brings up the 9-hole. Dane Hogard, and that pitch, good stop by McLeod. Back pick at first. One 0 is hit over to third, and it's booted. And the ball is dropped by the first baseman, Bowen. Daltrey booted it to make the play tougher than it should have been, and the inning continues. And now it's back to the top of the order with James Moses. Offs a bunt, and the blown away for ball one. One 0 from Davis. Called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And back pick to second. Not in time. McLeod likes to back pick a lot. Keeps the base runners on their toes out there. Two outs, runners on first and second. 2-1 the count. And there's a strike.
The best pitch right here.
Two on, 2 out, 2-2 the count. And that's outside. Ball 3. Moses and the River Bandits trying to cut into this lead. 2 down here in the 4th. As the River Bandits trail 8-3. Runners going, and Moses hits one to left. That's going to drop. In front of Waters, a base hit. 1 run will score. And it's an RBI single for James Moses. And time is called as McLeod and one of the Knights' assistants will go out to have a talk with Davis. Rafael Garcia now, still 2 down here in the 4th. Davis trying to shut the door where it is, and Garcia flies the first pitch to center. Sapio is under it, and that'll retire the side. And going to the middle of the 4th. The Knights 8 and the River Bandits 4. Bottom of the 4th here. Knights lead 8-4. Half of the inning. As for the Knights for the 3rd consecutive inning. And he takes that one low and inside for ball 1. He was up in the 1st, but that's when Bowen got thrown out at 2nd. So he led off the 2nd, and then they batted around. Led off the 3rd, and now here he is batting to lead off the 4th as he takes a strike. One ball, one strike here on Bowen. Or Bailey, rather. And that's outside, 2-1.
Barrel.
And Bailey fouls that one off to the right side. That'll go out of play. Two balls, two strikes on Bailey.
One. What's that top one get?
One down here in the 4th, Andre Daltrey. Fouls the first pitch off. 0-1. Daltrey has singled and walked in his 2 plate appearances, and he came around to score on each of them. 2 of the 8 runs thus far tonight for Greenbrier. One one, and that's outside. 2-1.
First Flight High School senior. Just graduates in a week or two. He's the one his parents called me. Yeah, there's one parents called and asked me if you should play for them. He's from the Outer Banks. Thanks, like three of his parents were.
And Daltrey sends that one to right. McLean is there, and it puts it down, 2 away. Brings up tonight's starting shortstop, Grant Melnick, who is graduating high school tomorrow. So some good competition here from Melnick, facing a Maryland Eastern Shore prospect, and he takes a strike from him. The 0-1 to Melnick. That's outside. And Melnick rips that one foul off one of the poles. 1-2 now. Eight to 3, Tarboro trails. Here in the bottom of the fourth, 2 outs, nobody on. The 1-2 to Melnick. That's outside. 2-2. That pitch is outside. It's a full count now. 8-4 Greenbrier. The 3-2. Struck him out. Second strikeout of the inning for Brady. And at the end of 4, the Knights lead the River Bandits 8-4. Kellen Davis out there for his 5th inning of work. Ball nearly got McFadden Ackman. And that's grounded to third. Daltrey, good play. Andrea Daltrey using the bat to throw out McFadden Ackman. Here's the first baseman, Tyler Dunn. Dunn swings at the first pitch and fouls it into the glove of McLeod, 0-1. 0-1 is fouled off, and it's 0-2. Oh, 2 to Dunn. Good waste pitch, 1-2. Davis. Pitch is just outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Tyler Dunn. And he fouls that one back. We'll do it again. The 2-2 to Dunn. Got him looking, strike 3. And there are 2 out, nobody on here in the 5th for Harrison Johnson. Johnson 0 for 2 tonight, grounded into an inning-ending double play in the first. And the first pitch he sees in this at-bat is low and away for ball 1. That pitch is outside, 2-0. From Davis. It's fouled straight back. And that pitch is fouled back again. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Johnson. The 2-2 misses. Full count here on Johnson. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 5th. And ball 4. Is the right fielder, Hunter McLean. With Johnson over at first, 2 down. That pitch is outside, 1-0. And time is called as McLeod's going to go have a talk with Davis. McLeod just trying to calm his pitcher down, get through this fifth. Davis is at 83 pitches. He's gone 4 2/3 so far, trying to get through this fifth. 1-0. That's low in the dirt. Good stop by McLeod. Corbin McLeod doing a lot of dirty work behind the dish tonight. And that pitch is low. It's 3-0. Davis down in the count 3-0. And there's a fastball for a strike. The 3-1 is hit deep to left. Back goes Waters, and he makes the catch. McLean gave it a ride, but out and left was Waters. And we'll go to the middle of the fifth with the Knights up 8-4. Porter Brady out there for his third inning of relief for Tarboro. Came in the middle of the third to relief for Taylor as he gets a swing and a miss from Herman. 0-1. Came in relief for Taylor in the third. And down the Knights 1-2-3 in the fourth. 8-9-1 up in the order here in the fifth for Greenbrier. And it's 2-1 on Blake Herman. Beautiful night out for baseball. There's a good pitch from Brady. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 to Herman. That's up. A good eye there from Herman. And the count is full. Leadoff man here in the fifth for Greenbrier. And Herman hits one to the third. It's booted. And Herman's going to beat it out. McFadden Ackman booted the ball a bit. It'll be a single for Herman, but a boot might have costed him a shot at getting the speedy Herman. Leadoff runner on for the third time in 5 innings for the Knights. And it brings up the catcher, McLeod. McLeod shoots that one towards the third base dugout. Oh, 1 to McLeod. And he hits that one to McFadden. Ackman called the catch. And that's going to be a double play. Home plate.
Hold on. Ball hits the ground, so don't make it off. Hit music on.
Going to have a discussion between the umpires. The home plate umpire called it a catch. The one over at second said the ball fell. And so the call stands. The home plate umpire called it a line out. And now time is called as Coach Slaughter wants to get a confirmation. Coach Slaughter getting definition here from the home plate umpire. Coach Slaughter does not seem too happy. The home plate umpire did signal out, never verbally said anything, but it goes as a double play lined out to third, and then the throw over to first to get Herman. So 2 outs, nobody on top of the order here for the Knights. Max Lucas takes the curveball outside and away, ball 1. Max is 1 for 3 tonight. And he breaks his bat. Roll over to Ackman. And that time he makes the barehanded play. And a good job from Dunn to stay on the bag. At the end of 5, it's Greenbrier 8, Tarboro 4. Top of the sixth here, Kyle Andrazik, and a bunt is shown from the second baseman, Zeke Hilton. Kyle Andrazik in to relief. Kyle had 2 scoreless innings in a, and that curveball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Hilton.
Are those locked over there? Shannon, give me the scoreboard. Escort her. We can help.
Oh my gosh, really?
We have a solution, yes.
And there's a strike from Andrazik.
Go with her.
1 ball, 2 strikes here on the 7-hitter, Hilton.
We have another bathroom. She'll take you to it.
Oh, thank you so much.
And that's fouled out of
Clean
play.
and it's ready to go. Go with her. Let's pitch count. I'm okay. I got a 1-2.
That curveball is inside. A full count now. So the end of the line on Davis, he went 5 innings, 4 runs, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks on 7 hits. And he had 87 pitches.
Right at it.
Here's the 3-2. On its way from Andrazik. And it's lined to second. Lucas is there. And there's 1 down. And it brings up the catcher, Blake Reed. Reed had an RBI single in his last at-bat to bring in a run. And fouls off the first pitch from Andrazik, 0-1. There's a good pitch that's just inside. 1 ball and a strike here on Reed. That curveball just outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 down here in the top of the 6th. Greenbrier up 8-4. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And it's popped up.
Stay in the zone.
Sapio gonna take it. And there are 2 down.
You're welcome. Yes, thank you. You're welcome.
Now it's the 9 hole. Hoggard 0 for 1. Reached last time on an error from Daltrey. And he walked back in the 3rd. There's a good spot from Andrazik, 0-1. 0-1. Outside, 1 ball and a strike. And that's grounded towards 3rd. Diving stop by Daltrey. The throw is past the first baseman, but what a diving attempt from Daltrey. And that saved an extra base hit. as that ball was headed down the line. So it's a single for Hoggard, his first hit of the night. And now it's the top of the order for the Bandits. Moses is 1 for 2 tonight. He singled and he walked back in the first and came around to score then too. And there's a good spot from Mandrizik, 0-1. Two down here, runner on first, top of the 6th. Greenbrier up 8-4. And Moses shows bunt, places it but foul. Here's the 0-2 from Mandrizik. Ball is outside. A good 0-2 pitch there. Ball and a strike here on Moses. And that pitch is inside. 2-2. A 2-2. That's up, ball 3. Count is full on Moses. Trying to get a 2-out rally here. After Andrzezik retired the first 2 batters. Runner in motion, and a big strikeout there from Andrzezik as he gets Moses on strikes. We'll go to the middle of the 6th. Knights up 8-4. Bottom of the 6th here from Lakewood Park. Greenbrier Knights up on the Tarboro River Bandits 8-4. And a new pitcher in, it's Nico Felber. His first pitch is just outside, ball 1. Leading off is the center fielder, Quincy Sapio. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Felber is at Coppin State University. Did struggle there. Appeared in 9 games. And ended up making a start. In those 9 games, he had 15. As he walks Sapio. So the leadoff runner on here for the Knights in the bottom of the 6th. And in those 9 appearances, Felber allowed 22 earned runs, so not a pretty ERA. That's sat at 12.91. As Sapio's dancing over there at first. And that's a ball 1-0 here to Waters. Pickoff move over there at first on Sapio. Sapio was leaning the other way, but got back in time. And there goes Sapio. Throw down the second. Not in time, and it was dropped. Sapio would have been in there regardless. So it's a stolen base for Quincy Sapio. And a runner in scoring position, nobody out. Luke Waters, who had a 2 RBI double, and his last at bat takes a ball there.
Ball 4.
And Waters didn't know it, but that was ball 4. So the first 2 runners on via the walk. And we're going to have a mound visit here in the 6th. So pitching mound visit to try and calm down Felder. Came in relief of Porter Brady. Brady, who went 3 innings, 2 runs on 4 hits and 3 strikeouts. Solid outing from him. Now Felber just trying to find his control after walking the first 2. And there goes the runner from third. It's flied out into right. And diving is the second baseman. And it's a double play. Zeke Hilton diving to make the catch and then doubling off Waters. Sapia was in motion, but Waters was not. But still able to double off Waters. And just like that, there's 2 down here in the 6th.
Foul ball. I gave him another dozen.
Two down here for Warren Bailey. And he drilled one right back to Hilton. Zeke on it.